Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news. All right, folks, get ready because the NFL offseason just got a whole lot more interesting, and it's centered around one of the most talked about defensive stars on the market right now, DeForest Buckner. Rumors are swirling that the Indianapolis Colts are open to trading Buckner to the Buffalo Bills, and if this deal goes down, it could be a game changer not just for Buffalo, but for the entire AFC East. This is a scenario that Bills fans should be paying close attention to because it could significantly boost our chances of contending for the Super Bowl once again. Now, let's break down what's happening here. The Colts, sitting at a 6-8 record, are clearly in a bit of a rebuild mode. They've got about $70 million in cap space to work with and are focusing on retooling their roster for the future. Their main priority seems to be building around their young quarterback, Anthony Richardson, who showed flashes of brilliance in his rookie season with an impressive PFF grade of 81.9. But Indianapolis has also been struggling on defense, especially in the pass rush, allowing a staggering 43 sacks this season. That's a huge number, and it's clear they need to bolster their interior line if they want to get back to competing at a higher level. Enter DeForest Buckner. The 31-year-old star defensive tackle has been a cornerstone for the Colts' defense since they drafted him, and his resume speaks for itself. Over his career, Buckner has amassed an incredible 78, 5 sacks and 340 pressures, making him one of the most disruptive interior linemen in the league. His PFF pass rush grade is a solid 85.4, and he's a 5-time Pro Bowler. He's also excellent against the run, with a 13.8% pressure rate from the inside and a run defense grade of 89.4. For a team like the Bills, which already boasts a formidable defensive front, adding Buckner would be like lighting a fuse under an already explosive unit. The potential trade, according to insiders, could involve the Bills sending a first-round pick to the Colts in exchange for Buckner. That's a significant investment, no doubt, but considering what he brings to the table, it's a move that could elevate our defense to a whole new level. The Bills' defensive line has been solid this season, but the addition of a player like Buckner would turn it into a true fortress. His presence would allow the Bills to deploy more versatility, especially in the interior, and create more pressure on opposing quarterbacks. In today's NFL, where pass rushers are king, having a dominant interior presence is often the difference between winning and losing in the playoffs. And let's not forget the impact this move could have on our overall team. The Bills currently allow around 125 rushing yards per game, which isn't terrible but certainly an area for improvement. By bringing in Buckner, who's projected to deliver around 10 sacks post-trade, we could see that number drop significantly, maybe around 95 yards per game on the ground. His ability to collapse the pocket and disrupt plays will also open up opportunities for our edge rushers and linebackers to make more plays. Plus, his presence would complement our existing defensive stars like Ed Oliver and Daquan Jones, creating a more cohesive, relentless front seven. This upgrade on defense comes at a crucial time. The Bills are eyeing another deep playoff run, aiming to bring home that elusive Super Bowl title. Historically, teams with a strong interior pass rush tend to excel in the postseason, and Buckner's pedigree could be the missing piece that pushes us over the edge. His impact isn't just about sack numbers, it's about the pressure he applies, the double teams he commands, and the way he anchors the line against both the run and the pass. Now, looking at the bigger picture, the AFC East is shaping up to be even more competitive next season. The Miami Dolphins are building a high-powered offense with Tua Tagovailoa, and the New York Jets are stacking talent around their young quarterback, especially with their recent trade for Aaron Rodgers. If Buffalo manages to land Buckner, it not only boosts our defense but also sends a message to our division rivals. We're here to contend, and we're serious about reclaiming our dominance in the AFC East. The odds for the Bills to win the Super Bowl have already been climbing this offseason, and with Buckner potentially joining the fold, those odds could improve from plus 350 to plus 200. That's a huge jump, and it underscores just how valuable this move could be. Buckner, with his elite pass rush ability, especially in the playoffs where pressure is everything, could become the X factor that tips the scales in our favor. His playoff pass rush grade of 86. 8 highlights his ability to elevate his game when it matters most, and adding him to the Bills' defense would surely give us a significant advantage against potent offenses like the Cincinnati Bengals or even the Kansas City Chiefs. The Colts, on the other hand, are making a calculated move here. They're sending away a key interior force in Buckner, who's under contract through 2024 but might be a rental, depending on how negotiations go, and focusing on rebuilding their secondary, which has been allowing around 232 passing yards per game. They're looking to add youth with players like Stewart, who boasts a PFF grade of 82.7 and could be part of their future. For the Colts, unloading Buckner might be a way to free up cap space and draft capital to accelerate their rebuild, especially if they're eyeing a fresh start with Richardson leading the offense. The Bills, meanwhile, stand to gain a lot from this deal. Adding Buckner would give us a true interior disruptor, someone who can anchor our line and make life miserable for opposing offenses. He's the type of player who can change the entire complexion of a game just by disrupting the quarterback's rhythm. And with his ability to generate pressure from the inside, he'll help us control the line of scrimmage better than ever. That's crucial when facing AFC East rivals who love to run the ball and exploit defenses. Think about the Jets, rushing attack, or even the Dolphins, stretch plays with their speedy receivers. In terms of the overall strategy, this move aligns with the Bills' championship ambitions. We've seen time and again that elite pass rushers can be the difference makers in January. When we look back at past Super Bowl champions, many had dominant interior linemen who could collapse the pocket and force turnovers. Buckner's addition could be that final piece we need to push us from a good team to a great one, especially with the playoffs approaching. Of course, bringing in a player of Buckner's caliber isn't just about the immediate impact. It's also about sending a message throughout the league. Buffalo is serious about competing at the highest level. It's about signaling to our division rivals that we're not just content with making the playoffs. We want to dominate and bring that Lombardi trophy back to Orchard Park. With a strong, disruptive interior presence, we can match up better against teams like the Jets and Dolphins, who rely heavily on their rushing attacks and quick passes. Moreover, the addition of Buckner would give our defensive coordinator, Sean McDermott, even more flexibility in how he schemes defenses. Imagine the possibilities: more blitz packages, stunts up front, and creative pressures that keep quarterbacks guessing. It would also help our secondary, which has been solid but could always use more help in coverage and pass disruption. Adding Buckner to the mix could take our defense from good to elite, and that's exactly what we need to make a serious Super Bowl push. All in all, this potential trade is shaping up to be one of the most exciting storylines of the NFL offseason. The combination of Buckner's elite pass-rushing ability, his experience, and his leadership qualities could be exactly what the Bills need to take that next step. For fans, it's a tantalizing prospect. Imagine the roar of the crowd when Buckner lines up in a Bills uniform, ready to unleash havoc on the opposing line and chase down the quarterback. It's a move that could define our season and potentially change the landscape of the AFC for years to come. So as we sit here, watching these rumors unfold, keep your eyes on the prize. The Bills are always looking for ways to improve, and a player like Buckner could be the difference maker in our quest for that elusive Super Bowl title. The offseason is just heating up, and if this deal happens, it'll be a game changer. We're talking about a player who's been a dominant force for years, and now he might be suiting up for the Bills, something that should send chills down every Bills fan's spine. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential Buckner trade? Do you think it's the move that pushes us over the top? Are you excited about the idea of him lining up next to Ed Oliver and Daquan Jones? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the Bills organization. Remember, I'll be back very soon with more updates and insights, so stay tuned for all the latest Buffalo Bills news. Let's keep this passion alive, and let's get ready for what promises to be an electrifying offseason. Go Bills!